Hi friends, let's have a look at how to choose a mat. What are the questions you should look at? What are the things you should take care of when you choose a mat? So watch along. Welcome to Fit and Calm. I'm Khushpinder, and before you choose a mat, look at the few things that are mentioned. Apart from the price, which you would know what your budget is, there are 4 other things that you need to look at. So for every mat, you will have the length and the breadth of the mat mentioned. You will have the thickness of the mat mentioned. You would have the weight of the mat mentioned. And number 4 is your material of the mat that will be mentioned over there. So when it comes to choosing the right mat, you have to look at these 4 and then decide what you want to choose. So the length and the breadth of the mat, usually commonly it is 6 feet by 2 feet. If you are someone who is taller than 5'10", 5'11", I would suggest you go for a mat which is more than 6 feet. But if you are under 5'10", you can easily go for these normal mats. You don't need to bother about that. Number 2 is the thickness of the mat. Most of the mats will have a thickness of 4 mm, which is quite a decent thickness for anyone. But if you are someone who has joint issues or knee issues or someone who is a little overweight, then you might want to consider mats which are 6 mm or higher. And for people who are practicing Ashtanga or any practice where you are mostly on your hands and feet, you can go for mats which are thinner, which are 1.5 mm also. Otherwise, 4 mm is a decent enough thickness for anyone. Number 3, you should look at the weight. This is especially for those who travel a lot. Go for mats which are a little lighter if traveling is a lot, because then it becomes a pain, as most of the airlines do not allow a lot of weight. Also, if you are traveling to and fro, you have to carry your mat, walk to the studio if you're practicing over there, then also weight becomes a consideration. But if you are just going to be using your mat at home, then you don't need to bother about that too much. You can get whatever weight the mat is and use that. Number 4 is the material of the mat. So mats are usually of either PVC or any of the plastic derivatives like TPE, or you have the eco-friendly mats. We would highly suggest, if possible, go for an eco-friendly mat. Eco-friendly materials are cotton, you have cork, you have jute. So you can go for these. These are also sweat absorbent, unlike your PVC mats, and they do not disturb, do not cause so much trouble for the environment. The PVC mats, TPE mats are not good for you, not good for the environment, not good for anybody. So let's not put that burden on Mother Earth. And when you are choosing your mats, one thing you should steer clear of is those mats with bubbles or those ultra cushiony mats, because when you start practicing on them, they start wearing off very, very soon. They hardly last 3 to 4 months if you are practicing yoga regularly, and then it becomes a burden on the planet because they are not recyclable and they just have to be dumped somewhere. So even if you want to go for a PVC mat, please do not go for the usual bubbly mats or the softer mats that are available anywhere. If you go for eco-friendly mats, that would be the best for the environment and for you. So hope this helped. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. We've done a lot of videos on the top mats in India, on eco-friendly mats. You can check them out. If you would like to practice yoga with us, we have a lot of videos here. We have 30-day challenges, a lot of 7-day challenges, and you can check them out and let us know. If you've not subscribed to our channel yet, do that. If you like this video, do leave a thumbs up for sure. Thank you for watching along, and we hope to see you here again in the future. May you stay fit and calm.